Hello dear friends, my name is Keanu, welcome back for another game of Starcraft 2 between two of the best players from Korea. We have here none other than herO versus the legend, the man himself, Maru. Maru, also known as the Marine Prince, versus the Silent Assassin. This is the game number 2 and let's see it together as usual. It's the first time for me and a probe is going into the opposite direction, nothing new here. And an SUV. Are they going to meet? Are they going to fight? No. The SUV is just here making sure no shenanigans are happening. This is going to be a long match. Grab your popcorn and let's see it together. What? So easy was discovered? This was the most epic failed cheese ever. It took only 20 seconds for herO to find it. This is what being a pro StarCraft player is. And now we have the worker, the SUV, the Terran SUV versus the probe. Who is going to win? Epic match. Epic match is going to come ASAP. In the meantime, we just see like bronze league fights. Usually a probe is able to kill an SUV, but both players are too good for this to allow to happen. And while this is happening, another cheese engineering bay denying the second base for the Protoss. So here it's up to naughty things, but any delay here means lost mineral time, lost income, fewer units. And is the probe going to survive? Only 1 health. Go home. Nope. Now it's herO's time to maybe, I don't know, put a pylon somehow. No, he's just keeping the probe for safe measure. Here we have a pylon, a chrono boost of an adept, and the adept is probably going to the base, but herO smells something is unusual, and finally the probe is dead. Now we have the Reaper that is going to the opposite corner of the map, trying to scout, and the adept from the opposite direction. Now the Reaper is keeping track of the adept, and the adept was faster, but we have another Reaper here and a Hellion. This is the problem when you have adepts going to your base. You don't know where you should be. 2 adepts now. Small skirmishes at the beginning of the game. Let's enjoy them together. And they disappeared. And they appeared into Maru's second base. If we are able to kill the worker, then we are going basically to stop the production of the command center. And success. Well done, herO. This is why you are the hero of the Protoss race. But don't ever underestimate a prince, especially a Marine Prince. While this is happening, we have a Twilight Council. This is good for upgrades. And the command center is almost finished. So far herO has an advantage. Let's see if he is going to be able to capitalize on it. 3 Stalkers, no bad. Not bad at all. The Cyclone is the hero. This Stalker is almost dead. And the command center is going to be updated into an orbital. Now the situation, I would not like to be Maru. If it would be me, obviously GG by now. This tank is what is keeping the Terran alive. and he respects it. But while he is doing a little bit of pressure, he acquired another Nexus. And finally Maru is able to land his command center and start transforming it into an orbital. Guys, you are supposed to harass more. Non-stop action. It's going to happen. 25 minutes of it. So now is the moment to grab a popcorn, something to drink. For the next 20 minutes, we are going to see it together. Maru tried the marine drop, but changed his mind, realizing it's futile, probably thinking maybe there's going to be an attack. So for safe measure, he has a bunker and two supply depots, like to funnel all the enemies into one place. Now the siege tank is put on the low ground. And we also have a Raven. Ravens are very good. They have several abilities. One of them that I like is that it can prevent a Dark Temple. Acts like a portable scanning. Not using your orbital command scanning. We are very good players. We anticipate each other. It's a game of knowing what your opponent is doing, trying to be in your opponent's head. The SUV is repairing. This is the ability that the terrorist mech units have. Any SUV can repair, while for the bio, you have the ability to use the medivacs. The Dark Templar in the shadows, trying to kill an SUV probably. But it's just looking around. This is not a Phoenix, this is just an illusion. Another ability of the Protoss race. This is what herO can see, this is what Maru can see. And the Dark Templar is dead. While this is happening, this is an oversaturated Nexus, the third one. The second one is fully saturated, but why not the Vespian Geyser? herO overlooked it. Obviously it's easy for us to judge, we see everything. Another illusion, another Dark Templar. The illusion was used for the Dark Templar to be able to jump over the cliff. And any damage? 2 Marines, not enough for the investment. We are not cheap. Protoss units requires a lot of Vespian gas. And now we have a Worm Prism full of zealots ready for a counterattack into the mineral lines, waiting for the right moment. You see how herO is splitting his units. While zealots are going to attack in one direction, the War Prism is going to attack in another direction. 1-2 punches, 1-2 punches. This is how you do it. And while this is happening, acquiring a fourth Nexus. And herO already had a feeling that this is going to happen and scanned it. So he knows exactly what his opponent next move is going to be. Another scan revealing the third base, just to make sure. The tank was brought next to the future third base for the Terran. Widow mines here, a siege tank. And these zealots are searching for the SUVs. Can they do any damage? Real damage? No. In terms of army size, we are pretty equal. In terms of workers, herO has definitely an advantage. 75 versus 56. While Maru's army is a little bit bigger. But Protoss have better units. And 2 upgrades in the same time. 2 forges working. That's excellent news for herO. herO of the Protoss. How do they say in Batman? Not the hero they deserve, but the hero they have. Now these rocks are being destroyed to create another path of avenue, and this funneling is forcing Protoss units to be more careful. You cannot go over here. Who knows, maybe a concave siege tank is waiting for you. And while he's pretending to attack, he acquires another Nexus. I have a feeling that herO believes he's a ZERG. This is how he's expanding. And because Maru is not here, he was able to destroy these rocks and also bring to the battle 2 Colossus. These are higher tier units that can do a lot of splash damage. But they need Zealots in front to soak some of the damage. Excellent detonation from the Widow Mines. We also have Ghosts. Ghosts have an ability called Sniping. And also they can destroy all the shields of the Protoss units with one single EMP. More Protoss units are being brought to the front line. Now we have a good mix. We have an Immortal for good measure. We have some Sentry. Sentry are very good. They can block opponent and also create force shield for protection. And Stalkers are good because they can shoot at a distance. Also protect against air units that are bound to come in order to deal with the Colossus. Terran prefer Vikings in order to deal with them. And a Disruptor ball can destroy whole human armies. The Terran has no chance against them. But here we have the siege tanks aerial edition into the form of 2 Liberators. If you go into these circles, you are going to find destruction. Who is going to attack first? The armies are pretty equal. So not a very good engagement for herO. Now the discrepancy in terms of army is not helping. He tries another angle of attack. But look how Maru is always constantly in the right place at the right moment. This is why he's also called as the 4th race. It's a league on his own. And here we have a sensor tower, just for good measure, to see exactly where the Protoss army is. Here's also a concave. Is herO going to be able to break this defense? Not likely, not immediately. 5 Colossus, not bad at all. And both players are almost maxed out. Now it's also a game about resources. Once you get maxed out, you need to have a bank. The bigger the bank, the better. That means you can rebuild another army after you lose the initial army. And you see the difference immediately. So that was a very good engagement. But for Maru, not for herO. And it's attacking, but guess what? Another Nexus. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Nexus for the Protoss player, for herO, and 1, 2, 3, 4 orbital command centers for the Terran. This is the income for both players, pretty equal right now. This is the value of their army, also pretty equal, favoring Maru a little bit. Here we have another command center, maybe to be sent to create another base or just for defense. Planetary fortress, and I cannot believe this hero is actually trying to take Maru's base. If he's going to be able to do this, he's going to starve Maru if hero is able to take this base in the bottom right corner. Now a lot of stalkers are being sent in this direction to help with the main force, making passive avenues not to be blocked by the Terran, making sure reinforcements are going to reach easily. Excellent APM. So you see their shields are regenerating, but very slowly. And while this is happening, we see a totally different hero from the previous match. Very cool laser beams. The observer was destroyed, so the ghost can go unchecked. Yeah, they need to go back. Their banks are pretty similar. Here only have a little bit more, but not substantially. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bases. Rarely can I see something like this. Who is going to win? We are going to find it together. And finally, Maru realized there is a base and sent a squad to destroy it. But a recall saved the day. You have to respect the recall. Now hero has clearly an advantage, and Maru is stuck and running out of minerals. The main base is empty, the second base is empty, the third base has more minerals but not that much, and this one is also empty. So is hero going to be able to break Maru? Probably. 4 colossus left. Both players are upgrading, and now we saw another ability of the Raven that temporarily disable the Protoss. Liberators are immobile once they are in their siege mode. They are put where there is a choke point and most likely the avenue of attack. And look at these planetary forces, planets, centers, how they are able to soak so much damage. And while this is happening, this cheeky base was destroyed. But what is the price to be paid? Is this bio or a ghost was killed? Still pretty equal, but the bank of hero is bigger, more nexus, more mineral lines. These tanks are being killed. Epic battle. And the SUV almost going to the front line. Maru is trying to acquire his. Usually when you have a match like this, you have a split map scenario. But herO is too greedy. This is a good engagement. Excellent engagement for Maru with a great concave. herO overstay his welcome. And now Maru is able to acquire this space. A nuclear. Wow. Let's see if he's going to land. And yes. It was more a preemptive strike. He didn't achieve anything except making herO back up. And while this is happening, the command center is going to be transformed into a fortress. But herO is too good for this. In the process, the command center is destroyed, 400 minerals wasted, and a couple of workers. Obviously, it's easy for us to say, hey, go on the left, go on the right. This space needs to be destroyed ASAP by Maru in order to have any chance. In terms of army, we're almost the same size, 125 versus 124. And the Protoss ball is attacking again being repelled. Tanks are killed. The sensor tower wasn't finished. And the counterattack while this was happening. Now Maru has only 51 workers versus 75. So herO is leading this game so far. And this orbital command is like that. Yes. You need to constantly pay attention to the map. Oh, we need to rewind to see it again. So here was yeah, let's see. Is there any damage? What? herO, go. Only a pylon. While this is happening, this planetary fortress is in big danger and is destroyed. I don't see how Maru can come back from this. If he's going to lose this base, game over. Now a huge attack in the main base with Dark Templars. More like a distraction. Because while this is happening, the new acquired base is attacked. A lot of structures are being destroyed. These are production structures. Action everywhere. In the main base, in the new acquired base. Yeah, he landed the Vikings. But it's very hard for Maru to be in two places in the same time. This base is destroyed, so he's running out of minerals. The smiling assassin. Is he going to beat the Marine Prince? Epic game. Let's enjoy it. 170 versus 127. It's never a good sign. And herO is relentless. I think by now Maru realized he has zero chances. because this base is unopposed for so long. He's going to run out of minerals. Look at his income. Not even a match. But you never know. Hope dies last. Another attack of the Protoss. And these are the real heroes. The Dark Templars. And herO, definitely by far the winner of this match. Thank you for watching. Keanu here. Over. Remember to subscribe. Thank you for watching.